Hello. How's it going, everybody? I got leads coming in, I think, on the leads reacher. Justin's website looks like it's down, which is weird. Uh, Good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? You're gonna need a notebook and a piece of paper, or excuse me, a pen, a notebook, piece of paper, a notebook, and a pen. We're gonna do 10 by 10, right? All right, let's check it out. Let's see. Let me share my name's Ty Sherwood, not Justin Chamness. Justin and I use this account. Let me change it real quick. I'll put my phone number. Also, you guys give me a call if you want to connect about your goals. There we go. Ty Sherwood, uh, a pen, a paper, and you, most powerful thing you can do. Let me share my screen with you. Brian Tracy, I got and started doing this months almost a year ago now. And if you begin with the end in mind, find a notebook, piece of paper. I use Google Keep, write 10 goals today, and then write the following day so that a fifth grader would understand. And then you do it again and repeat the next day, and then 8 more times. That's 10 by 10 in a nutshell. And what's going to happen is you're going to have your goals repeat, like you're gonna have certain goals repeat after, you're gonna have the same goals pop up the next day. That's the magic of it. The magic is in the doing. Everyone wants to know the secret in life. The secret is, I think Nike. Nike got it down pretty good. Just do it, right? Just do it. So let's do it. Ours 10 by 10. Before we get into that, I wanted to talk a few moments. Thank you, Justin Chamness. I'm not sure what's going on with your website, brother, but I will pull up my Google Keep, or excuse me, Google Docs, and go over. Whoops, I think I got that wrong. Docs. Let's see what this does. I was going over this yesterday, and I was looking for something, but I wanted to share it. Justin Chamness, he's moving, so give him some patience. So wholesaling, we do these, this is my copy, telephone talent, but we do this, I don't think that's the right telephone. This should be sales system. Let me change that. Sales system. All right. So this is one of our boot camps we did. I was going over this. Check out this. This is all cool. Thou shall maintain integrity above all, never be shady or dishonest 100% of the time. It's okay to say, I don't know. So it's a quick tip for Justin Chamness and the wholesalers, real estate wholesalers club.com. Right now, we're going to do 10 by 10. I wanted to share a little bit of my testimony with you guys because I think it's important to understand some background with this real quick. I was basically figuring out, I had some life changes. I had to figure out what to do. I don't know what that noise is. Keeps popping up. But I found this 10 by 10 on LinkedIn. And I was like, man, this is good. I just got a brain dump, get everything in my head on paper. I was going through a divorce, fighting for my kids. My everything changed financially. And I'm like, man, I want to do real estate. And actually the blessing is, let me stop sharing. The blessing is I get to do real estate now. Like it's so crazy because like doing this 10 by 10, it allowed me not only to get things out of my head on the paper, but also like I wanted to do the real estate. Like I've done deals. It's been a while since my last, but I'm getting contracts out now. And day by day, we'll get there, right? The ABC leads, um, everything like that. It's gonna be awesome, but you have to have a firm foundation. And so the goals, I turn to the goals for a firm foundation. The goals help me get my mind focused on what needs done, and even getting focused on being focused is a whole other focus, if you know what I mean. Focus, focus, focus. How many times can you say that one time, right? But it's like the reality of it is there's a lot of distractions out there. If you I heard this thing about dopamine. Right now it's Lent and Ramadan. I got some Muslim friends. God bless them. And it's Lent right now. The ashes, yesterday was Ash Wednesday, and they talked about, the dying of the flesh. And the Bible talks, it's clearly in Romans 8, talks about it too, Paul's struggle with the thorn in his flesh. And there's no condemnation for those in Christ Jesus, which is an awesome thing. And the end of that is nothing can take you away from God. No height, no depth, no width, no power, no principality, no things from past, no things, nothing to come. That was my devotion. That's why um it's kind of on my mind right now. Let's see. I got answered. Hey, I gotta call you. Sorry, I got a call. I gotta call you back. Um, in a meeting. All right, thanks. Um, but it was in my devotion. Why don't I just pull it up real quick because it's just too good. This is too good to pass up. Too good to pass up. Um, I'll take you to my mail, my email, right? It's gonna be crazy because there's court stuff and all kind of other stuff in there. But if I go to pray, I've been doing these pray.com devotions. And the pray.com devotions, um, I think this is the one. Hey, how's it going, Alex? I'm just talking about my devotion. It says, you came near when I
Yeah,
called.
I'm doing all right. What about you?
Hey, what's going on, man? I was just sharing some background here and getting into
All right.
the goals session. Looks like you're driving, but
Yeah.
if you have questions, just let me know. I was just talking about my devotion. My devotion this morning was really good. It was nothing could take you away from God, as long as you're in Christ Jesus. Uh, he's with you everywhere. So I'm not sure how you feel about Jesus, how you feel about God, but I'm talking about firm foundation. You need a firm foundation. Everything else is sinking sand.
Yeah.
So with the goals, the firm foundation is write them down. And Brian Tracy, I shared my screen. I don't know if you can see it or not, but to write them down, basically need a notebook and a piece of paper, and preferably a notebook because you could do it. The 10 by 10 is basically write down your 10 goals in 10 days and do it for 10 times. It's actually 10 by 10 by 10, but um, so you want to just write down your goals, whatever's in your head, write it
Hmm.
down. Number one, write down your goal. Number two, write down another goal. Number three, and you're basically brain dumping. And this has helped me to back up a little bit, this helped me when I was going through divorce. I was going through like a midlife thing with like what
Yeah,
happened. What am I doing here? Like I gotta get some stuff done. Why am I here? And what do I want out of life? And like
right,
being clear about that is essential. You got to start though where you're at. You know, this is where I'm at. Okay, like just like on the map, if you're driving, hey, I'm getting there from here. There's a lot of ways to get there, but this is where I'm starting. So you got to figure that out. Point A to point B per se. So we're just working on point A mostly right now and figuring out point B along the way.
right.
But so that's the gist of it. Now there's some special rules in doing this. When we talk about goal setting, the special rules is the three P's, like P, like the joke, your car, what's three cars that start with P? You got,
There's
Pinto,
Porsche.
Porsche, Pontiac.
Yeah, Pontiac.
But cars don't start with P, they start with gas, right? So
Right.
you gotta start with we gotta start with, it's a test. Do you really want to do your goals? You're gonna write them down. So that's kind of the gist of that. I did want to get into some other things today. I've been listening to Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy regularly,
Yeah.
as well as the Word of God. But
So, so is the goal exercise something you do every day?
well, I recommend doing it twice a day, actually, or three
Yeah, I have to
times.
start doing it.
So in the morning, I do it when I wake up, like almost before I get out of bed, because I do my devotion, and then so I do my devotion, and then I got my dog in my face sometimes, so I end up taking care of that real quick,
Yeah.
getting some water, and then get no TV, no phone, but as much as I can, I focus on something positive, do some reading or some prayers, praise songs, and then just set up your day with momentum. There's a book
Yeah.
called there's a book called Miracle Morning. It's really good. Talk about Miracle Morning. Just talk
Yeah,
about
I've heard of that one. I haven't read it yet though.
your daily routine. It's just really what it does is set you up for the rest of the day. If we're going to listen to news or how bad things are, or talk to a friend that something happened, it's going to throw you off, and the big thing is to control, have control of your time rather than time control you.
Right.
So it just helps stay focused. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of shiny objects. And then another F word I like to use is faith. So focus and faith.
Hmm.
Some good F words for and faith over fear, basically, because when we talk to other people, and hold your goals tight to you, because you talk to people and they're going to pull you down, like the whole crab bucket syndrome. You share
Yeah,
something,
that's very
people
true.
people think you're full of crap, and they're like, yeah, whatever, or they're like, yeah, you can't do that, or that's not. I've been shot down in the past, man. I've been told I can't do real estate multiple times. Some of it held me back, like being for real. My girlfriend in high school said, "Oh, you can't do that." And then my ex-wife said, "You can't do that." But I mean,
Yeah.
thanks be to God, I'm not with them anymore. So
Yeah, that's a good thing.
if it's going to be, it's up to me. So
Yeah.
like you got to take that in stride, but to stay focused. And I like to set the goals up where you have five personal goals and then five business goals. Um, at first, I was writing like I want a car and I want a house and all this stuff. Now my goals are more like I need to talk to five people a day about real estate. Um,
Yeah.
I need to
Yep.
work out. I need to work out and eat right because I want to be around to see my kids. You know,
Right.
I want to minister to other people and help them with real estate if they need help, or at least sales and marketing, because when it comes down to it, we're not in the real estate business. We're in the sales and marketing business.
Sales and marketing, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and my good buddy, mentor Brian Tracy, mentioned him a lot, but he has a story about two parrots. I don't know if you ever heard of it before, but they're two parrots. He calls like one of them like um saint. He calls them saints because they're, a monk owns them or a priest or something, and there's two of them, and they're always chit-chatting, repeating stuff. You know what I mean? And this guy, he comes to visit and he's like, man, these my parents are so boring. He's like, I wish I could do something to spice up their life. And his friend that visits, I'm totally just, changing the story, but his friend that comes to visit, he's like, oh, I have a parrot. And the other parrot comes over, and these are praying parrots, the priest that the priest has praying parrots. And the other
Oh
guy,
wow.
he's like, I have a parrot I could bring, and they can have some company. So the other parrot comes over, and he starts, he keeps saying, I'm a whore. And, and the priest is like, whoa, what's going on? And then, the parrots are like, our prayer's been answered.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So, but basically, what the more the story is just to share with you is because we gotta get the word out. Hey, I buy real estate. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a uh, how's Justin tell us to say it? He says I'm a landlord investor. I'm the most serious buyer you're going to talk to today. Can we make a
Yep.
deal? Can I ask you a few questions? You ask me some questions. And it's okay if you say no to me. We'll still be friends at the end of the day. Claude Diamond, I don't know if you catch any of his stuff. His his meeting on Monday, and this is a little promo for Claude Diamond. Really
Yep.
good, really good. Art of persuasion. We have to be thespians of our craft, just like
Hmm.
actors in Hollywood. We gotta be the actors of real estate per se. And we're serving people, of course, but at the same time, people they need like pattern interrupt, because they're
Yeah.
in people are inundated with calls every day about their house, especially for
Right.
sale by owners. They got realtors calling them, they got people's wholesalers giving them lowball offers. There's
Yep.
all this stuff happening. So we want to come with the guts technique, fresh and serious, no fluff. We don't need to. We know how the toilet works. You know what I mean? How many toilets have you sat on before? You know what
Yeah.
a kitchen looks like, right?
Right.
So it's like, how much do you want? How much do you need? Why are you moving? It sounds like a beautiful house. Why don't you just stay there? Oh, I need to move because of this. Now get those qualification questions down. You're the person to deal with, right? That's what I was kind of sharing on the
Right.
chat. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
uh, the staircase, but yeah, agenda qualification close.
Yep.
ABC 1 2 3, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? It's Tom Kroll.
Right.
And you want to get those four things down: the commitment, time frame. Hey, is the house vacant? Is it, or when will it be vacant? Or if there's a realtor involved, what we need to do there. Not always recommend working with realtors because they destroy stuff, the
Yeah,
deals.
they do.
But get to know what their why is. If it's, I call it like up and down why. Like it could be positive or negative. There could be a health problem, which is kind of negative. Or they could get married. If two people have a house, they get married. They don't need two houses. They need one.
Yeah, they need one. Right.
But they need a bigger one usually if they're growing a family. And then a job promotion, a job promotion works the same way. If you get a job promotion, people like to spend money and they get more money. Um, all kind of things. I've been talking to a lot of investors actually, seems like. Um, when I'm doing my calls, but um,
Oh, really? Like, are you getting them from the scrapes?
yeah, I mean, I get them and they're investors. Like, I got a really good one with a beautiful house in Queen Creek, Arizona, which is not far from me. I talked to a couple last week, and I'm not sure exactly, same contract, if they just want to or see our contract, or if they're really serious. They seem to ghost me after, you know, but
Yeah, it happened to me a few days ago.
yeah, 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 right. But let me get back to my agenda here. I wanted to share a little bit
Okay.
on before I go, and I'm going to write my goals. And it looks like, are you driving? I don't know if you could write your goals
Yeah,
today.
yeah, I'm driving.
Okay, if you're driving, that's
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really
working.
want you to write them down, but I drive a lot. I have like a courier job. My other business, I buy and sell medical supplies.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get calls on the go sometimes from Leads Reacher, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll just take the call. I don't know anything about the house or anything, but I know my five questions. So I try to to that, make the phone call short and sweet. Hey, can I get you an
Okay.
offer today? Let me get you an offer. Hey, look at my offer. Let me get something in your hands. This is what you want. Oh, you want full price? Well, I could do that, possibly. And what do you need to, the rental, time frame, all that stuff. So I do it on the
Right.
go. Sometimes you got to follow up though, make sure you're organized because sometimes my
Yeah, things slip through the cracks.
yeah, I got leaflets and note post-its and all kinds of stuff. So you got I've been working on this idea of 10 or excuse me, 100 10 3 1. It's from Rich Dad Poor Dad. 100 meaning like look at 100 properties, put offers on 10, get contracts on 3, and then close on 1. So that's kind of like the metric I've been using.
Yeah, that's very similar to Justin's like numbers.
Yeah, he said 65 conversations or 5 conversations a day. We'll be on our way, but I just have it like Dolph DeRoos. I don't know if you'd heard of him before.
Oh no, I haven't.
He's a rich dad advisor from back in the day. He has an accent, but basically he was in college. He has a really cool story. He was in college and he did real estate while he was in college, and he made like $30,000 on his first deal.
Wow.
And he just graduated college, and he looked at the his what he was going to go into. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they said, how much will you make per year? And it's like 35,000. He's like, I just made this doing one deal. So he's like, I'm going to do real estate. And then he went into real estate instead of his college degree, what he studied for. But I don't know if you can see my screen. I wanted to talk about some limiting beliefs today, just briefly. And this
Okay.
is a snapshot I stole from Kingdom 320. It just has, it's about awareness of your growth. And I took this last year, and I just did this the other day again. And there's just different areas of your life, your health, happiness, family, love, career, finances, spirituality, confidence, commitment, and fun. You just rank them. So you just circle. This is something I can send you or put in the group. You just circle and then rank them. And then 12 months from now, you go back and see where you at, see how you progressed further. And then what's cool about this is there's some questions, and it goes along with our goals. What do you want? And then what's holding you back is really important. What's your three biggest excuses or lies? And then if you don't overcome this, where are you going to be from in 10 years from now? And
Wow.
then, so there's different questions here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I filled this out and I looked at it again. This is all about limiting beliefs. And, it says we're the sum of our five most people we hang out with, you know.
Yep.
And then also, we get a lot from our parents, and a lot of this I've worked through. I think it's just my mom. I grew up without my dad. It was just my mom and us, three boys, and she did the best she could. I have no regrets over my childhood. I just think when it came to money, here's mine filled out. I'm gonna post that real quick. I was just doing this when I'm growing a little bit in some of these areas. Some of them are stagnant, but other ones I'm growing. That's what one I did a year ago. And then I filled this out as far as, what I wanted to make so much money per month and all that is good and well. But I gotta get down to my working through my fears and the insecurities, doing the work and realizing it. So it's day by day. It's the long game. They talk about like there's no quick rich schemes. There's the long game, and then limited beliefs about money. I've been studying this course, Wealth with God. It's been really good. Like living with no lack, uh, kingdom mindset, and very, very powerful course. It's like a 180-day course, but you do.
Is that on YouTube?
This is with Wealth with God with Jim Baker. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's
Okay.
he's not the Jim Baker of yesteryear. He's a guy from Columbus, Ohio, from Zion Church.
Okay.
So that's a little bit. If you guys want, and whoever's watching later, if you guys want this awareness, this profile, it's basically an assessment where you're at. Work on your limited beliefs. Answer those few questions. I think there's like three questions. One, two, three. Yeah, three questions. I'll put that in our chat. You can take a look at it, and you get out of it what you put into it.
Right.
So I've been working on that, just updating it, and then I did mention Justin's course. He has telephone talent, and I've been writing contracts. I've been working on some contract work too. So it's all good. It's all good to go. But when I usually share this, I go through my golden triangle. Alex, I don't know if you're familiar with the golden triangle.
Oh, it's my first time hearing it.
So it's Brian Tracy, he calls it golden triangle. Basically, there's three parts of the triangle. You got your top, your corner, your left, and your right. And the top of the triangle being your mindset. You got to take your mindset, control your mindset, and take responsibilities. The top. So that's the starting point. Your mindset and take responsibility. So with me, like going back to my story, I was like, man, I'm going through divorce. What I do? Oh my gosh, the world's gonna end or my life's over. I was like, no, I gotta take responsibility and figure something out. Like, what's my next steps? You know?
Yeah.
And that leads into the next part of the triangle. The next part is what am I responsible for? And I'm responsible for my goals. So write down your goals, your 10 goals. Here's a golden triangle I like to use. Illustration, you might have seen this before. Um, there's three parts. Top one being, like I said, mindset. You gotta get your mind right and set it up for success. And you gotta know, hey, if it's gonna be, it's up to me. Take responsibility, take control of your time, uh, etc. Because everyone else, if you don't make the time for you, someone else is going to make the time for them, right?
Right.
And what are we responsible for? We're responsible for our goals, which I'll go into my goals right now. Usually I do a 10-minute activity, write down the goals, and then I share them afterward. So let me do that real quick.
Okay.
I'll write them down and I'll share them briefly. Take get a little drink break, I guess, or party break. Some outlines I do like to use before I get into that is the places I like to go. So places that you like to go, you can mention them. Places I like to go is like I like to go to the gym. So I might have
Mhm.
like gym goals, like fitness or exercise. I like to go to church. So at my church, I like to read books. I like to go to work. So work goals, what am I working on? And the last one is bank. I like to go to the bank, cash checks, and what all that means is making memories or doing things with friends, family, travel, etc.
Yep.
So that's kind of an outline I like to use to write my goals. So I'm gonna go and do that. Take a break, get a drink. I'll write the goals, and I'll come back to finish this up with you.
Okay.
So about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Later.
All right, finish this up here. I got to my 10 written down. Now, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
here.
all right, cool, man. So if that wasn't too long, but I was writing them down here. So real quick, I'll go through them and you share some of yours as well if you like. But I split
Yeah,
them
I'm
up.
still driving.
I got my three P's. So make it positive, make it present, make it personal. So all that means is, instead of saying I quit smoking, you could say I'm a healthy non-smoker, you know. You don't want to say like I'm gonna quit smoking. Or the weight goal is really a struggle. Like everyone says, hey, I want to lose 25 pounds. Instead of saying that you want to lose a certain amount, you say I want to weigh a certain amount. So I want to weigh 250 pounds by August 2025.
Hmm.
So you make it positive. So my first one's I talk to 5 people a day. We mentioned that already.
Yep.
Um, Secondly, see, I work leads through Leads Reacher and follow-up CRM system. Now, I'm just learning. I've been in there for like 6 months, right? But
Yeah.
I said, look, I gotta get better at this. I scheduled a call with them the other day, and they basically, um, they basically said, hey, look, let's schedule a call. We'll walk you through some things. They walked me through some of the tabs, opportunity tab and conversation tab and so on and so forth. So I'm working on getting better at that. They're really helpful, actually. The leads reacher, I help 5 people get 5 deals in 5 markets. Um, that's one of my this is probably my main goal right now. Um, and it just extends to other things. I can help them get deals. I can help them get better income. I can help them live a better life doing this, doing goals.
Yeah.
So I work part-time and make full-time income. I have multiple businesses. I work with people that feed me. This is my networking goal. So networking. The job I have now, thank God, like I built up such a clientele the last 5, 7 years that people call
Yeah.
me. They call me, they call me when they have deals. It's not for real estate, but they call me and I'm making money. Like within days, I'm making money. So
That's good.
yeah, it's really a blessing. It's kind of like the entrepreneur road, so on and so forth. But I want to turn that into what, with real estate as well. Like have realtors calling me, hey, I got a deal. A lender saying, hey, I got a buyer. They can't qualify. Can you help them? Sure, sounds like a tenant buyer. Let's get appointment going. So different things like that. And then my personal stuff, I'm a sunburned millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. This is some Jim Rohn. I don't know if you listen to him. It's not
Yeah, I
about being,
listen to Jim Rohn.
yeah, it's not about being a millionaire. The money's good. I'll take the money. The money's good. It's the millionaire usually think about money. But for me, this is a deeper meaning. This is about me knowing what it is to be a millionaire as far as managing myself
Hmm.
and managing people. So
Yeah.
if I'm gonna get 5 deals in 5 markets, I could do that by myself, or I can get 5 people in 5 markets to give me 5 deals, and that's basically managing 5 people.
Yeah.
Different way to look at it, right? So,
Yep.
and then I got my car goal, which is I want to uh a blue and tan 540 I series. I used to have a 535, so that's kind of like remnants of yesteryears. And then travel and work. in different cities. I'd like to do real estate from a laptop basically, and visit family and friends, and then travel to Italy 2026. Now keep in mind, there's no unrealistic goals. There may be unrealistic time frames. So your time
Right.
frame, it's important to have a time frame on there. Helps you get it done faster, but you just keep working towards it. I serve people and coach others through Posh. And this is Posh is just people, orphans, single moms, and hungry, which could be, you know, homeless or just people who are hungry to grow in business. So that's my 10 in a nutshell. And I've been doing this for a while. So it's a little bit easier. But after about 30 days, my challenge to you is do it for 10 days and then see how it goes. If you like what you got, then do it for 30 days. And it's because after 30 days, and this Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy shares this, after 30 days, after 30 days, there's like like a jet propel action that happens where it really starts taking off. So
Okay.
I didn't even put my weight goal. I mean, I want to weigh 250 pounds. I didn't get that on there today. I did more business and personal, but for
Yeah,
my
I'm
men,
going to start doing this tonight.
yeah, for my men's group, I got to work out every day. If I don't, I get a a red X. If I work out, I get a green check. So I got some accountability brothers that keep me in check. Now I do rest. I usually get 1 or 2 days off, but today I did some burpees and walked, and then so I'm feeling good. And
Okay.
you sleep better too, man. You work out. If you have trouble sleeping, you will sleep better after you work out. So
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
yeah, just finishing this up. Let me get back to let me get finish my triangle. The third part of the triangle is so we talked about mindset, take responsibility, what we're responsible for, we're responsible for our goals. Talked about places I like to go. I like to go to gym, church, work, and bank. And the last part is continual education. And if you look at this is like a growth cycle. You have mindset, you have your goals, you have continued education. And once you grow in your education, you're going to grow in your mindset, right? And then take more responsibility for your goals. So it's like a growth cycle I got going on. I call it my growth cycle anyway. If you can't see it, if you could just imagine, like you got your mindset, you got your goals. I'm working on my goals. Okay, got my goals done. Now you need once you get some goals done, you need new goals. And
Right.
while you're doing that, you're continuing your education about that. So you're growing your mind and you're growing, your mindset. So you're growing in your mindset and your responsibility. You're being responsible for more stuff. Then you got new goals. So it kind of goes in circle per se. All right, so that's about it for today. It's 11 on the dot right now. You have any questions or any concerns?
One thing I would like to do, when you mentioned that men's group, I would like to do something like that for like the real estate community, like
Yeah,
just
man,
for accountability.
I'm all for it, man. I mean, I've learned, the most I've learned about being Hey, Justin, the most I've learned about being accountable is we're just accountable to God. We can say, hey, hold me
Yep.
accountable. But at the end of the day, if you don't do your stuff, you don't have
Yep.
to answer me. You have to answer to
Yeah.
God.
That's
So,
it.
So get your stuff right with God. But I mean, I'll help you though. You know, if you need to wake up at 6 o'clock, maybe I can call you and be like, "Yo, it's five
Huh.
fifty eight, or it's 6:05. Are you awake or whatever?" You know.
Yeah, yeah, I'm up at 4 every day.
Yeah, it's early, right?
Yeah.
What's going on, Justin? You in your new place? I think he's in his new place.
Yeah, good for him.
He's spying in on us. Oh, look nice. It looks nice. I like the wood. Looks upside down. Is that the floor or the wall ceiling? Just kidding. The ceiling. That's nice. Oven. I see the oven back there. Cool. 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 All right. Well, Alex, man, shoot me a note if you want to start some accountability stuff. Let's do
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to you this evening when I get off. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
write those goals down. If you need accountability with that, you're welcome to be like, look, Ty, I did my 10 goals for today.
Yep.
And like, I'm like, all right, hear from you from tomorrow. And just like I said, it's just brain dumping whatever's in here, get it out on paper. And then there's a magic trick to it. I'll share that later, but it's really good.
Okay.
All right. All right,
All
you
right.
guys,
All right.
everyone else, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you, Justin, as always. And thanks a lot. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. All right. I'll see you guys.